We can still hear it every once in a while.
I know a lot
Thunder
of
boomers.
areas getting some pretty good amounts of
Yes.
rain, but nothing like they had to worry about in like Texas.
Oh, no, thank goodness. Scott, that
grief.
video coming out of Texas is just horrible.
Yeah, it really is horrible. It's a bad situation because you're getting tornadoes and you're getting flooding rains. Here's the latest picture, and these are all the local storm reports, as we call them. The T's are tornadoes, the W's are wind damage, 60 miles an hour or greater, and the H's are hail. Look at this arc right here. It's just a line of very heavy thunderstorms with a steady heavy rain behind it. And not a good situation here. And you can see all the tornado reports we had earlier today. Now they seem to be dissipating, but still there could be flooding. The flooding reports aren't in this right here, and they've had all that horrible flooding in Florida and points to the east. So I thought we'd review what to look for when we have flooding here. We need storms to be moving slowly to get the floods here. And so we didn't really get that today, but we got some pretty heavy rain. But if you can get thunderstorms to stall, that's when you can get the flooding. So going over this now, a flash flood watch versus the warning. This is different than the wintertime stuff. Here's why. A flash flood watch, just like a winter storm watch, you get this way in advance. Say, hey, take precautions. We may have some flooding, maybe tomorrow or later today, that type of thing. When you have a winter storm warning, you're just about to get the storm. It could be 12 hours away for heavy snow. But with a flash flood warning or a flood warning, it's happening right now. So if you get a flood warning on your phone, wherever you can see that the flood warning is occurring, there's flooding likely in that location. So you need to seek safety. The flood is occurring, immediately seek the safety. So that's important. So valley flooding, if it rains in the mountains above, of course, that rain rushes down and it accumulates a lot more on the valley floor. And that's what we have all across the west, the rain just rushing in. And that's why the flash flooding, we had some of those pointers earlier about camping. Don't camp near dry creeks, because if there are thunderstorms nearby, those dry creeks aren't dry anymore, and you can get rapidly rising water. That can be create quite an issue. And we were just talking about this a little while ago, that when you have a burn scar, it's just a horrible scenario because of the fact that the trees are holding water, the root system down there. When you burn it, all the fire is destroying all the trees, and it also crystallizes the soil, makes it more very waxy, and so it just doesn't want to absorb, and so all that water rushes across the top, and now the roots are gone, and so you get these big massive debris flows. That's why near fires you can have huge flooding issues and concerns. And so near any of the burn scars that we had from last year, you have to watch out for the potential for flash flooding. And we're at that time of year where it can happen, so just keep in mind when you see a flash flood warning, seek shelter immediately.
I hadn't heard it described as waxy. That's a great word for it.
It repels water. It actually bubbles up, and it won't go through, and so it takes the entire top layer and rushes it down the mountain.
Okay.
Makes sense. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
So it used to be a rare thing for